Over 450 people have been sent to prison, with another 150 on home detention for the protests at the Capitol in 2021. This is one news story that a lot of people don't understand. The mainstream media is so biased that you're not getting the full story. I wanted to show you what it's like. So Wolves in Finance went on location at the DC jail. The Supreme Court decision a few months ago overturned the charges of 350 J6 protesters. The ruling basically said that all these people are innocent. This is America. You cannot throw people in jail 4 years for the nonviolent crime of walking through the Capitol building in protest. Here's an interview I did with Brandon Fellows, a prisoner who was just released. So you've been out of prison for how long?
67 days.
Wow.
Yeah.
So 2 months.
Yep, just over.
Let me ask you about the Supreme Court hearing, because that's happened since I posted my video. So the Supreme Court overturned 1512C2, which was the main felony charge against you.
Yes.
Which means they haven't reviewed your case yet, but it essentially means the Supreme Court declared you're innocent.
Yes, basically, like, as long as you didn't touch documents, there's not really an argument to be had. Like, documents inside the congressional hearing, inside the chambers, which there's only like 2 or 3 people that have done that out of the 350. So, and even they could potentially have that dropped. But yeah, no, mine's just a matter of procedure. So it will be dropped. It's just slow moving. You've got to all 350 of us have to try to update our case individually.
I've covered Brandon's story before on this channel, and the reason why I talk about it is I'm hoping people put a human face on this story. These are real people. This guy spent 3 years in prison, and the Supreme Court just declared him innocent. What should have happened to him under the law is the same thing that we see happen whenever Democrat protesters get arrested. They're removed from the building and usually released from custody within 1 day. Brandon spent 3 years wrongfully imprisoned. There's something wrong here. It's not fair, it's not right, and these people are being held for political reasons. But the stories get more tragic. Most people don't realize that the only people who died that day were Trump supporters. One of these people was Ashley Babbitt. Her death was actually caught on video. Now, I can't show the video because this will get banned on YouTube, but I'll just describe it. Ashley was inside the Capitol, and there was a glass wall separating one side of the hallway from the other. Ashley climbed through a window to continue down the hallway. As she was climbing through, police officer Michael Byrd drew his firearm and shot Ashley Babbitt, killing her.
Were you afraid that day?
I was very afraid.
Are you afraid now? Going forward?
I am afraid because I know there's people that disagree with my actions on January the 6th. But I hope they understand I did my job. And there was imminent threats and danger to the members of Congress.
He says he was very afraid. Really? Ashley Babbitt was unarmed. She was a woman. What was he afraid of? Here is video of Ashley Babbitt shortly before she was killed. I want you to ask yourself, is this a threatening person a policeman should have been afraid of?
There's an estimated over 3 million people here today. So despite what the media tells you, boots on ground definitely say something different. There is a sea of nothing but red, white, and blue, and patriots and Trump. And it was amazing to get to see the president talk. We are now walking down the inaugural path to the Capitol building. 3 million plus people. God bless America, patriots.
In my opinion, Michael Byrd's actions of shooting Ashley Babbitt were totally unacceptable. If anyone knows about police procedures, you know that police are only supposed to fire on civilians if their life is in imminent danger. I'm sorry, but unarmed Ashley Babbitt did not pose any threat at all to Michael Byrd. Her death is a tragic loss, and in my opinion, it was murder. But to my surprise, Michael Byrd has not gotten in trouble. In fact, he received a promotion to police captain. Why in the world would they want a police captain who runs around shooting unarmed women? Ashley Babbitt's mother, Mickey Withoft, has been trying to tell people what happened to Ashley Babbitt. She started organizing a prayer vigil every day outside the DC jail. They meet on the sidewalk outside the building, which they call the Freedom Corner. Every day from 7:30 p.m. to 9 p.m., people meet to support the prisoners still trapped inside the DC jail and to remember the protesters who died. Here's Ashley Babbitt's mother in her own words.
As soon as Ashley came to me in a dream and told me that she was a goner, but these are the people we need to worry about, and I was unaware that there were political prisoners. And then eventually I decided to come to DC because I had heard myself say, out loud many times, and to myself many more times, that if Ashley was alive, she would be here supporting these guys. And so I came here in an attempt to be like her stolen voice, and then it just continued, and we've been outside the jail for 2 years now.
Yeah, so I've been here for all weekend, a couple of days, and I gotta say, it's amazing. I mean, this is a really incredible experience and thing that we're doing here.
Thank you.
So, I highly recommend it to anybody who's out there to stop by the Freedom Corner.
Yeah, and I know that you must have reached some people, because there were several people that drove down here yesterday just because you mentioned us, so we appreciate that.
If you want to know more information about the DC Vigil, you can find the information on forashley.com. It's important to know that August marks the 2-year anniversary of the Vigil. People have been coming and protesting outside the DC jail every day for the last 2 years. I want to explain what I saw at the Vigil so people understand what happens. People will start gathering at sunset. They put up photographs of all the Trump supporters that died that day. There are usually a few phone calls with different prisoners providing updates inside the jail. Then someone will read the list of names of prisoners currently being held. It's a long list of names, and they read every one. Then they read the list of names of people who have committed suicide. These are people who could not handle the unfair prosecutions and killed themselves. And finally, they call out Ashley Babbitt's name.
All right, let's say her name. Ashley Babbitt, Ashley Babbitt, Ashley Babbitt, Ashley Babbitt.
Then every night at 9 p.m., the prisoners sing the Star-Spangled Banner. You can see the window where all the prisoners are gathered, and they call on the phone so the people standing on the Freedom Corner can hear them singing. When people hear the term political prisoners, they often think about third world countries or crazy dictators from far off places. I want people to know this is what political prisoners looks like. People are gathering outside the jail and singing the national anthem every single day for the last 2 years. That's what political prisoners looks like, and it's happening in our country right now. We should not accept this. There should not be political prisoners in America. The Supreme Court has already said that 350 of these people should not have been locked up. That's not good enough. Every one of these prisoners should be set free. People should not be in jail for protesting against the government. Every night, the DC Vigil ends the same way. Everyone gathers and sings, "Proud to be an American."
If tomorrow all the things were gone, I'd work for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife. Thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom. Yes, can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, but at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas,
Dakota, Los Freedom Corners.
From Detroit down to Houston, and New York to LA and Florida. Every American heart, and it's time we stand and say, and I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the ladies inside who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up, all right, and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. Jazz hands, yeah, yeah, yeah. USA. 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 Fight, fight, fight. Fight, fight, fight. Fight, fight, fight. That's right.